All right. So I guess we're going to have to try all of this again because I think that I was going live and I'm just testing things. So test 1, 2, test 2, 3, 4. And my channel did not show that I was doing anything live. So we're going to have to see if we can make it say that. So I'm just revisiting what it is that I'm doing with regards to my channel and going live. So I have to learn all this stuff over again. OMG. So, so, oh, I see. And I have been seeing this when I watch different channels, it shows you two different lives, one being the vertical and one being the horizontal. Okay, I can see that. So, why and what the hell is Craig doing? What is Fact the Madness doing back on these YouTube streets? Or back in these YouTube streets? Well, first of all, the things that I used to be involved in and interested in may not be the same types of things that I have the same full interest in because some things are taken care of. I don't have to worry about the things that are going on with my mother because all things are taken care of with her. I may not have to worry about those individuals that I used to hang out with because all of their things are going on where they need to go on. So, what's going on with Craig? So, some of you guys may be aware, or I'm letting you now know that I I'm I'm in a different endeavor in life. You guys may see what says Flagmate. It is a product that I've created, a business that I've created. And so I kind of am going along the lines of fixing what I realized and what I wished I would have taken care of initially, which is to have documented some of the processes that I've gone through thus far to get to where I am currently. Now, unless something good has happened, maybe I wouldn't want to show you at all, but maybe I would want to show you some of the bad things that have gone on. So, uh, for the most part, good things are happening. And so I want to share with the world or people or my kids somewhere down the line what happened. So I'm kind of going through the motions of practicing what it is to take care of doing those things live or record it. So you all just have to bear with me. And if you happen to come in um, and check out this whole rigmarole of me fumbling through figuring things out because it's been a long time, then so be it. And thanks for showing up. Um, it's not a pitch. I'm not completely rebranding things, but it's going to be rebranded on some level. Fact the Madness, for example, the name as a channel might change. It might still be at Fact the Madness, but I have in there PAR, PARFAQ, because it's going to be a play on the words of perfect, right? But golf related, and then the frequently asked questions. That's what started me on this journey, asking a simple question, um, i.e., why can't the flag tell me where it is? And then I went down the road of creating Flagmate, and that's where I am at right now. So if you're here, thanks for showing up. If you're not, you're watching this on the backside. Thanks for checking out. Thanks for the support. It's going to be something different. That is what I'm going to be giving. And I think there's a lot of things about creating a business, at least the way that I've gone about doing it, that are kind of cool. So um, I'm going to reflect on my process, how it started, where we are now, um, what I didn't know in the very beginning, what I'm learning as I go along, um, and some of the things that I didn't even think that mattered, that actually do matter. Maybe some of those things that uh, I can put out there that happened to me might help you guys in the future. Oh, what's up? Let's good to see you. Merry Christmas to you guys. And that's another thing. It's been a long time since I think. Well, I mean, I say Merry Christmas to people still. I say Happy Holidays because I don't want to offend anybody. We're a world now that is very. mm, how should I say it? We're worried. We have to be politically correct, especially if you're on YouTube. We say things like unalived and graped. We have these different terms that we use when we're trying to describe something because of the um, terms and conditions uh, of YouTube. So, anyway, it's one of those things that I haven't probably said for a long time. Merry Christmas to all of you guys. It's what I grew up saying, and that's kind of like how I say it. But at the same time, I don't want to offend anybody. So, happy holidays if it makes a difference. Um, just kind of going through the motions of revisiting how I go about doing all this stuff. Like, for example, I think I just kicked my oh, what's this? Mm, I remember why that one is. I think I just kicked my electric cord. I think I was trying to describe before I realized that I was not on live. Is that this room that you guys see right now? At least the background is a room that I am with a green screen behind me, and there actually is the exact same thing which you see. But because I wanted to put different backgrounds behind it, my wife and I got me a green screen. But this green screen, by the way, is literally just a cloth. There's a cloth behind me, but we're changing things, which is part of the reason why I'm going through the process of being live and doing these things because life is changing for me. We're what do you call it? Slowing down the eBay and Amazon business. Wife is still doing what she does, but I'm going to be focused on FlagMate, what you guys see here. FlagMate, what you guys see here. Something that's new and improved in my life, and that's what I'm going to be working on. So, Muckster's here. I've never met a Jew, Muslim, or atheist who was offended by Merry Christmas. That's a good point. And in fact, as when I was growing up, I don't ever remember saying Merry Christmas to somebody and it being a problem. It's only recently, the way that we are now, it's so crazy. It really is crazy how we have to be, how we have to walk on eggshells. I mean, first of all, let me just put it this way. And many of you guys have dealt with me and are aware of how I talk and how I think. I start from a level of respect ish and and that my parents raised me correctly, right? I don't know how to put it any other way, but I approach people in a certain way that starts off with not being offensive, right? So if you give me the benefit of doubt, which I will give to other people at the same time, if you happen to say something that might offend me, I will likely tell you you offended me and we can move forward. I'll give you a prime example. I have in my past been asked the question about the N word, for example, or what would you like to be called? Black, African American, Negro, those kind of things. I used to say something to the effect of, Craig, my name is Craig, right? That's how I would describe to a person what you can call me. And first of all, not only in the military, but my mother also taught me this as well. If you have to or you feel like you need to ask the question about whether you should do one thing or not, it's very likely that you should err on the side of not doing that one thing, right? So, and that's just a very brief example of something that I'm talking about. But we live in a world now today where everybody can be damn offended about something. Jeez. And it almost gets to the point where it's a chore. It's a chore to deal with other people sometimes. I don't know if you guys agree or if I'm just over sensationalizing what I'm trying to say, because I really truly enjoy engaging with other people actively, even through text and online and all those kind of things. I was a call center director, right? So although I was the leader of that call center, I everybody came to me for everything. And I loved the fact that I had to engage everybody on some level. The only thing I didn't like at that time, which is probably why I've progressed to where I am now, which is creating my own business, is that I was obligated to the person who owned my business's time. They dictated how many hours I actually put in or what they kind of expected for me to put in without necessarily paying me for that amount of time. In other words, my wife back in the day, we've been here now for 5 years, would say, "Oh my gosh, Craig, you were there for like 14, 16 hours, lots of hours in a day." And it was lonely for her. We don't have to deal with that now. Now, I golf a lot now, which is part of the reason why Flagmate has come to fruition because the question that I asked about certain things came to me while I was golfing. And that's kind of a second thing, and I may digress. And I'm noticing also too, because of this is a learning experience for me as well. So I noticed that if I move too quickly, that I might be kind of roboting. So memo to self, Craig, don't move so much. Um, Beyond not moving so much, remember that you probably want to find a way to connect um, directly because this wireless thing is going to be a problem. Well, anyway, it's good to see all you guys out there. All of you guys, Let's and Muckster. I haven't talked to either of you guys for quite some time. I talked to Let's the other day because the last time I was online. But anyway, so what was I talking about? Reflecting on what's happened with regards to my new business, the channel direction, what's going to happen. I just noticed I put something, there's an error, ParFAQL, trying to play on the word of golf and perfection and FAQ at the same time. It's probably what's going to be what you see, but at FAQ, the madness is probably still what's going to be the channel name. I don't know how that works. Um, there's a lot of things that I didn't know about starting the business that I now have. And we are talking about I'm at a point literally where there are enough good things that are happening moving forward very quickly, by the way, where I just want to make sure that if I can share it with somebody, that I'll be able to do so. That's why I'm kind of doing what I'm doing now. I'm preparing myself to be able to not only document it for those of you out in YouTube, but maybe for my kids. I have 3 of them. Maybe one day they'll be all like, "That's what my dad did." They'll obviously, hopefully, be able to see exactly what happened, but I kind of like want to be able to represent to them in a way that's kind of cool for them, and they'll be able to see it. Um, so I think my channel is going to evolve in a way that's going to show some of the things that started off from the very beginning of Flagmate. And as it evolves and some of those really crucial things, like just as an example, um, like a non-disclosure kind of an agreement, right? Um, Obviously, if you have something that you're working on that's kind of proprietary in nature, um, you don't want to give too much stuff up. And I've gone through the process of going through the patent process, which I think I will share as well. The patent process, as as simple as they try to make it, there are some things that you kind of want to make sure that you are